So, you think they've managed to get some decent information on what this Mr. Wood is planning?
I hope so. More warnings had to be sent out because of him. And it doesn't help that he's planting spies all over the coast. I mean, another mermaid was almost captured while trying to return to the sea. And because she was spotted, she can't return to land.
We should just hunt him down and end him.
Sarah, I told you why we can't.
Yes, because more of his kind would just sprout from the surface and continue his work.
Exactly. So if we at least find out what he's doing and his base of operation, we can target the source and avoid it from spreading.
I have never seen you so dedicated to finding someone like this before. You sure you don't have a history with this man?
Look, all I know is that I've seen him before when he was younger, and that he had a different name. I never knew he would go from friendly fisherman to merfolk hunter.
Get down. Someone is here.
Oh, glad we made it.
So, you managed to make it after all.
Did you find anything? Oh. Now, of course, he would have all of that under lock and key. Wait, so you did find something?
These are reports from several years ago. How can any of this be of help?
Wait, Sarah, look. Pictures of merfolk, I think. But they're so blurry. And many of these are all from old newspapers. Wait, except for this.
Is that what I think it is?
It's a picture of a nautilus shell. The shell that can grant wishes. Is he looking for one?
That is a possibility. Only Merfolk know of it. Very few on the surface know of its magical potential.
So what, he wants to become one of us? That makes no sense. He wants to kill me and cut me into pieces for his research. There's more. What? Some old kid's drawings?
So, he has a child. What use have we for this information? Wait. Zeph, look.
That looks like me. But how?
There is a date and a name on top. Alexandra. April 6th, 1974. If we are following the American dating format.
Alexandra.
There is more. In this one, she's swimming with you. What she is holding? That looks like red coral berries. The grant one the ability to breathe underwater for a short period of time.
This isn't me.
What do you mean this isn't you? In all my life, I have never seen anyone that looks like you besides your father.
Yeah. That there is me. With my dad. And Alex. She liked collecting shells, and so did I. When we were little, we would show each other the shells we found and trade them. There were days that we couldn't play because the tides were too low. She really loved the ocean. And like all little girls, wanted to be a mermaid. And I thought...
Wait, Zeph. Is that a nautilus?
I can't. I'm sorry.
No, you are not swimming away. There are too many questions you are leaving unanswered. Please, Zeph, you have to tell me what is happening here. What is actually going on? Who is this girl? And what is your connection to Mr. Wood?
Okay. And for the record, I was going to tell you after I caught him. But yeah, like I said before, I've met Mr. Wood, or Darius Winson, which is what he originally went by. when he was really young. Me and my dad would follow boats around, collecting stories from sailors. He had fallen in love with a girl at school named Amy, but she had to drop out because the dude got a bit frisky one night and got her pregnant. He decided to get married and told her that she could finish school after she had the baby. A couple years later, my father met Alex. She was at the beach collecting shells, and she spotted my dad. She walked up to him and gave him some shells that she was picking up, and in return, he gave her some of his. The two met every so often, and one day he brought me. The two of us would play and trade shells. It was fun. She told me that her parents fought a lot because her mom wanted to go to school and that she hated fishing. Alex wanted to become a mermaid so her mom didn't have to take care of her, and that way she can go to school. I was a dumb kid, and I thought that I could help her. I told her that I had a special shell that could turn humans into mermaids. But we had to wait for a blood moon to make the wish.
And where did you find the Nautilus?
I found it stuck in some coral near the reefs. I didn't know if it worked, so I hid it and waited for the moon to come out. And when it did, I knew I had to tell my dad. But when I was swimming back home, I overheard him and some others talking about a family that was killed because one of them found a Nautilus. And when word got out, well, so I thought it would be better if I just didn't tell anybody.
So, you decided to use it on this Alex girl. What happened after?
I found out when the next blood moon was, and luckily it was real soon. I told her to meet me at that day at the dock when she sees the moon out. From there, we just waited for the moon to turn red. She even brought her notebook so that she could draw and tell her dad that she was leaving. When the shell started to glow really bright, we knew it was almost time. But that's when Winston also found us. He snuck behind us and trapped me in the net. I was freaking out, screaming to let me go. And Alex tried to tell her dad that I was a friend, but he wasn't listening. Then he grabbed a harpoon and was about to end me right in front of her. And that's when my dad jumped out and attacked Winston. As the two of them were fighting on the dock, I managed to get out of the net. And Alex was scared out of her mind, crying, and she tried to run after them to make them stop fighting, but she slipped and hit her head. My dad saw her on the dock and told me to get her out of there. So I grabbed her in the shell and swam off. I made sure to keep her head above the water, that way she wouldn't drown while I was swimming. But that also meant I could hear the fight. Suddenly, it got quiet, and all I heard was Alex's dad screaming. I tried to wake her up, but nothing was working. I then realized all the blood coming from the side of her head, and that she stopped breathing. I tried listening to her heartbeat, but there wasn't any there.
Zev.
She was gone, and I didn't know what to do. I wanted to see if my dad was okay, but he was still screaming out there for Alex. So I laid her down somewhere high, on top of the rocks, and swam back to see if my dad was okay. But there was nothing there. Not even the drawings. Just a pool of blood with blue scales and footsteps leading back to the house.
And what did you do with Alex?
I went back and attempted to give her a second chance at life. So I wrapped her body in seaweed and went to the abyss.
The abysses. Did you attempt the Blackwater ritual? Ah, right. A Blackwater ritual is done when a person of great importance, usually Merfolk, die and are offered a second chance at life as a spirit of the abyss. Deep water creatures that guard some of the greatest secrets in the world and keep at bay a great weapon that will only rise when it knows that the sea is in true danger. You would know it as the Leviathan. Yes, many mythical creatures you humans believe to be fairy tales are real. But Zeph, why didn't you tell anyone about this? Our soldiers could have dealt with him.
Because you told me not to,
Who?
Alex.
Wait, it worked?
Yeah. As you told me not to. Because if I do, it could start a war. She showed me. What the legends say is true. They can show you the future of what could come. So I lied. About what happened to my dad. That he saved me from a pod of orcas.
Okay then. What about what you told me that day? When they found the shell and I offered it to you. How you said you would never come back to the sea. Is it because of him? Because of Mr. Wood and what he did to your father?
What, and you wouldn't do the same? I've done enough research to know that if you kill someone in the surface world, getting away isn't that easy. Especially with how far away he lives from the ocean.
But you already have a shell. Wait, you still have that shell?
Yes. But the reason why I didn't want to use it is because of what she showed me. And in one of those visions, I turned human, and I tried to kill him in his own home. But then the police arrive, and kill me. So I can't make that wish. I have to stop him in the water.
Is that what she told you? To kill her father in the ocean?
No, just to stop him. But I just don't know how. So this is why I've been risking my life getting closer to the humans. So I can get close enough to know what his next move is. To catch him off guard. But I don't know why he has a picture of the shell. Probably trying to figure out what we were doing in the first place, but...
Well, he's going to be upset either way. Especially when I drag him down to the bottom of the sea.
Seraphim.
And you should have told me this years ago.
But I couldn't burden you with that. You already went through enough in your life. And now you want me to add my problems to the list?
So you should carry your burdens and mine. You think that is fair?
No, but...
But nothing. If I can trust you with my burdens, you should be able to trust me with yours.
I'm sorry.
You should be sorry. You've had me worried sick. Come here.
No, I don't deserve this.
Like shit you do. But I don't give a fuck about what is logical. Just what I feel is right. I care for you, Zeph. So please, trust me.
Okay. Oh, right. I'm sorry. You don't have to go. I'm fine. Sarah, you can stop hugging me.
No, you are not.
Yes, I am.
You're still trembling.
Shh, don't say that out loud in front of them.